Thanks, Craig. Continuing with the live transmissions, certain Saturdays from the Metropolitan Opera in New York, this past Saturday's show was Iphigenie, do I say it right? And Tareed by Christopher Gluck. Yeah, I think this simulcast in the Regal Theaters in Boston is something terrific. Mezzo-soprano Suzanne Graham played Iphigenie, and dramatic tenor Placido Domingo and tenor Paul Groves were the other principals. This is a heavy opera about the ancient Greek tale. Iphigenie, whose family thinks she's dead, is ordered by King Thoas to kill two captives, one of whom she finds is her brother, played by Placido. Eventually, unlike many Greek tales, things work out. Anyway, you can check with them if you call 212-362-6000. That's the Metropolitan Opera, or check the website, www.metopera.org, and you can find out the next one is March 5. It's Renee Fleming in Armida. The Little Theater of Alexandria, LTA, has a nifty mystery called Widdershins by Don Nigro. I didn't know this play, but I do now, and Director C. Evans Kirk did a great job on this thing. The play is set in 1902. It's in an old house near the Welsh border, and it seemed to be haunted. We learn that a husband, a wife, and two daughters are missing. And it's a great work, wonderful lighting. I think the lighting done there by Ken and Patty Crowley is just magnificent. Anyway, Director Kirk is very innovative in his presentation of the missing family along with those looking for them. So keep this in mind. It plays there for March 19. Don't miss this one, I'm telling you. Tickets are 703-683-0496, or check the web, thelittletheater.com. Now, the Helen Hayes Awards, just a couple of nights ago, down at the National Theater, they presented nominations. Then in April, they're going to have the winners of the best of everything. There's like 75 professional theaters, 51 theaters that are getting awards, 196 productions. I mean, a lot of things here. Anyway, I got a list here. Your best bet is to look at www.helenhayes.org and see the stuff that they got. It's I could go. There's like Signature Theater has won a million things right here in our Shirlington area. There's just so many things here I can't even begin to tell you. All I could say is great works. It was so many presentations, so many actors and all that you realize when people tell you that Washington is the second biggest theater district in America. Okay. The National Gallery of Art has a Paul Gauguin painter and sculpture of myths. That's what it's called. It's the subject of a large exhibition in the East Building of the National Gallery of Art. As depicted in the show, Gauguin, maker of a myth, he was known for blending fact with fiction and other personal tales to tell his exotic stories of art. His stoneware, his ceramic sculpture is all based like a lot on Tahitian backgrounds. Even though Gauguin was a renowned artist, he considered himself a work in progress. He died in 1903, but he was a guy ahead of his time. His concern was the demise of Western culture. So am I. He was a philosopher and saw himself as a martyr. In one painting, he depicts himself as Christ. I like a guy with that kind of moxie. In one painting, there's a bunch of nudes and revealing a sensuality about the female nudes that you didn't find back in 1903. Anyway, National Gallery of Art on the East Building through June 4. For more information, 202-737-4215 for information, or check www.nga.gov and look at their beautiful catalog. They got a hardcover and they got a soft cover. And finally, a restaurant, right? A friend of mine who lives out in Alexandria, Richmond Highway, recommended, not too far from Belvoir, a long way, that an eatery, El Paso Mexican Restaurant, on Cooper's Road off Richmond Highway. It's a warm, authentic-looking, architecturally place that calls out for margaritas, tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, and other popular Mexican dishes. There's an extensive menu inviting patrons to create their own combos of Mexican favorites or select from many other things, seafood, vegetarians, or whatever. And after a delicious meal, don't miss the homemade flan. I love flan, that custard, or maybe the fried ice cream. All I can say is bring your appetite to El Paso, or better yet, go in with a group and share. Daniel Lopez is a genial manager there. The address for El Paso in Alexandria is 8746 Hoopers Road. And by the way, there's also one in Springfield. But I've been there. For more information, call 703-619-5123 or check the web at elpasomexicanrestaurants.com. Thank you, people, very much. This is Rich Massabny.
Thank you, Rich.
All right, thanks, Rich. Normally we would have Lily doing her It's Easy Being Green segment, but Lily's a little under the weather. I've got a flu bug. Rich has got a cold, so she was smart and stayed home this week. I hope she's feeling better and comes back to join us next week.